Good morning. I'm going to, in today's video, elasticate one of the roller puller top kits I got with the Preston M50 Response. When I went through the pole on my last video, I left out a few things. Whenever you initially get these, they come with the PTFE bushes, shown there. And they also come with an elastic alignment in the end. It keeps everything nice and straight whenever the fish is taking the elastic out. So, starting off with this, I have a Preston Innovations 11 Hollow. So, the way I do this is use a Dacron connector. Pretty straightforward. Pull it through. So you have the loop. Tie a knot in the end of the elastic, like so. Wetting everything, of course. Pull that down. Get that nice. There we go. And then carefully, on the Dacron connector, feed it through the elastic like so. Okay. Thing to remember is to ensure that the Dacron connector loop goes underneath the knot that you've made in the elastic. Then, with your teeth, grab hold of the knot in the actual Dacron connector and pull it through. So, and pull that nice and tight, just till you start to see the elastic start to poke out at the bottom of the Dacron, and then that is it. As you ready to rock and roll. No matter what happens, the fish is pulling that off, it's not going to pull your Dacron connector off at all. Then take scissors and you just carefully trim the top piece hanging off. Yeah, it's all nice and neat then. That's how it looks. Okay, so for the top half, basically taking your top part of the section, PTFE bush, and you start to feed it through. There's other ways of doing this. You can use a diamond eye threader. I don't have mine because the youngest has misplaced it on me, so I have to kind of do this the hard way. But another good tip with this is I'm showing you how to elasticate your pole if you don't have, and you're just new into sort of setting a pole up and wanting to know how everyone else does it. There's all sorts of different ways all over the place, but I mean, this is just my way, you know. So you get there, and that's it starting to come out the other end, and then all you do is pull it through like so, and you have a Dacron connector on the end. Sit nice. Okay, and you've got your top part of that done. Now you move on to the second part, which is a bit of a nightmare. Obviously, you only have a small hole in this bush, and you need it to come out the roller puller. So, the easiest way I find is you take the bush out, like so. Leave that there so you can see it. And then it's just a case of popping out the actual roller puller itself. And you'll get to see why in a wee second. As simple as that. Place that down there. That leaves you with a hole inside of the section. So as you feed this down, the elastic down through this, you'll be able to see the elastic coming past this hole. In theory, see if it works. Okay. Obviously if I had a diamond eye threader, I'd probably already be done on this. So it's just a case of just kind of bearing with everything, you know. But again, like I said, the videos are here to show people how to do these on a budget without spending hundreds of pounds in your local tackle shop. I know it's a bit of a contradiction whenever I just spent £1,100 on the pole, but it gives you a sort of insight as to trying to do this on a cheap. Now it could be any pole, you know, it could be £60 pole you've only just bought from your local tackle shop. Okay, so that's come through now. So you pull it on tight, and then you connect your two sections, and just lay them off to the side. Now, you've got, obviously, as you can see here, the elastic is now right from the top to the bottom of your section. So, take something small. This used to be like an extendable magnet for picking up screws, but cocktail stick works. There's loads of things out there that work, and all you do is you just fish in through the hole and just gently tease the elastic out, like so. And it's really as easy as that. Okay, so you then take your puller bung, or roller puller even, it's not a puller bung, and then slide your elastic up through that. Okay, and then you just clip that into place, like so. Then, taking your other end of your elastic, get hold of the bush, and you just let that fall down. That then simply pops in like that. So it's as easy as that. And then if you pull it, you'll be able to hear the wheel. So, this is where the fun part comes. So like I said, I don't have a diamond eye threader, so getting your actual puller bead onto the elastic. So you have a small little hole in that. So what I use is a length of line. Okay. I'll just trim off the knot. I think this is £25 line. Supposed to do a lot of sort of surface fishing for carp. What you do is you feed that in through, so that you've got your bead on the line, and then you double back on the line, and then you feed the other end through. So you have both ends coming through. This can be a bit tricky as it's quite a big diameter of line. Okay, so you end up with your bead on a loop of line. So what you do is you feed your elastic through the loop of line, like so, and then get hold of the bead, the line tight in your hand, and you just pull it through. It can be a bit tricky at times, but if you pull the elastic tight, take your teeth onto the puller bead gently, get a slide like that. And obviously you can discard the line now because you don't need that. What we do is you wet the actual elastic. So you're looking to get one piece of this through. So you can trim that off once you've done. Pull that through. There we go. And then with the puller bead, just slide that down the line. The good thing is this elastic sort of comes pre-lubricated as such, you know, and that helps with everything when it comes to setting it all up. Okay, so you don't want it too tight, On top of that, you don't really want it too loose. See, it's a little bit too tight for my liking. Just go back to the bead and pull the bead through a little bit. And just check again. And move it up another inch. Everyone will have their own sort of preferences when it comes to this. I like mine loose because if I want to hook into the fish, there's not too much of a disturbance in the water. The fish doesn't realise that it's actually been hooked until you've more than likely moved it well and truly out of the swim to stop it spooking under the other fish. We've got quite a good bit here because it doesn't seem to really be sort of tensioning too much. Yeah, that's ideal. There's not very much in the way of needing to. So, then what you do down at this section is simple. Now, I've got it to where the tension that I want it, so what I'll do is I'll bring this out, put my elbow gently onto the actual top kit, and then I'll move this down roughly an inch. Okay. And then just basically tie an overhand loop, figure 8 loop, wet it, pull that nice and tight. Okay. Then pull the bead back onto it. Drop that back in. Have a look. Perfect. So, to finalise this now and finish it off totally, take your scissors again, and all you do is you trim the excess bits of elastic off. And with the loop that you can see here, if I can get that up, yeah. With that loop you can see there, I don't know if you can make it out on your camera, but it almost makes like a figure 8 by the way it's been twisted on. So all I'll do is I'll cut right into the middle, like so. Then with the bead, pull the bead a little bit more until that knot seats nicely inside there. And if I bring this round here, you'll see exactly what it looks like here. You just break this down. And that there is your knot. It's almost like a crow's foot. And that is ideal for what I need it for. And then on the other side, the Dacron connector. And it's as simple as that. So if you have any questions or queries at all, by all means comment below. If you enjoyed how I done that, please hit like and await me getting down to the bank, my local venue, and fishing with this, because I can't wait. What I'll do on my next video, when I set the pole up, I'll go through the various lengths. I'll have the camera looking down the pole so you can see the sag. I'll hopefully catch some fish so you can actually see it in action. I'll do it at all sorts of lengths, 13, 14 and a half and 16, and I'll go through various of the different sections that come with it. Until then, tight lines.